Throughout history there have been voices that shaped the sound of freedom. Hands that built the foundations of our culture, and minds that reimagined what was possible. These are the legends, architects of our rhythm, the defenders of our dignity, and the dreamers who turned pain into progress. Though their time on this earth has passed, their spirit continues to move through us, in our art, our voices, our victories, and our everyday resilience. This chapter is dedicated to those who paved the way. Their names are not lost in time, they are written in rhythm, in memory, and in motion. I pray that we honor their legacy not only in remembrance, but in continuation. And then came the dreamer, not asleep but wide awake in faith. He stood at the crossroads of hatred and hope, his weapon not rage but reason wrapped in love. His voice moved mountains not because it was loud but because it was true. He spoke of justice as if it were already written, and of peace as if it were already possible. Where others called for war, he called for conscience. And though they silenced his body, they could not silence his sound. His words still ring through streets and souls, a reminder that dreams are not fantasies, they are blueprints for freedom. His name, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Born Michael King, born on January 15, 1929, and laid to rest on April 4, 1968. Son of Martin Luther King Sr., he inherited both a name and a purpose rooted in faith and action. Dr. King led marches for voting rights, labor rights, desegregation, and justice for all who were denied equality. He rose to prominence during the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott, and later became president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. In 1963, he stood before the world on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and declared his immortal dream, a vision of unity, justice, and freedom. His leadership helped achieve monumental change: the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Fair Housing Act of 1968. For his unwavering faith in nonviolence, he received the Nobel Peace Prize in October 1964. In his final years, his mission grew larger: to confront poverty, materialism, and the war in Vietnam. In 1968, he began organizing the Poor People's Campaign, calling for economic justice for all races. But before the dream could expand, his voice was silenced by an assassin's bullet. His death sparked mourning and movement across a grieving nation. Though the man fell, his message did not. Dr. King taught the world that peace is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of love, in the face of it.
What I'm saying to you this morning, my friend, even if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, go on out and sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Handel and Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who swept his job well." If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub on the side of the rill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are.